In Tokyo, brilliant yet disaffected high school student Light Yagami finds the Death Note, a mysterious black notebook with rules that can end anyone's life in seconds if their name is written in it, as long as the writer knows both the target's true name and face. Light uses the notebook to kill high-profile criminals and is visited by Ryuk, a Shinigami, and the Death Note's original owner. Ryuk, invisible to anyone who has not touched the notebook, reveals that he dropped the notebook into the human world out of boredom and is amused by Light's actions. Global media suggest that a single mastermind is responsible for the mysterious murders and name them Kira, the Japanese transliteration of the word killer. Interpol requests the assistance of the enigmatic detective L to assist in their investigation. L tricks Light into revealing that he is in the Kanto region of Japan by manipulating him to kill a decoy. Light vows to kill L, whom he views as obstructing his plans. L deduces that Kira has inside knowledge of the Japanese police investigation, led by Light's father, Soichiro Yagami. L assigns a team of FBI agents to monitor the families of those connected with the investigation, and designates Light as the prime suspect. Light graduates from high school to college. L recruits Light into the Kira task force. Actress model Misa Amane obtains a second death note from a Shinigami named Rem, and makes a deal for Shinigami eyes, which reveal the names of anyone whose face she sees, at the cost of half her remaining lifespan. Deeply admiring Kira, and seeking him to become her boyfriend, Misa uncovers Kira's identity as Light. Light uses her love for him to his advantage, intending to use Misa's Shinigami eyes to discern L's true name. L deduces that Misa is likely the second Kira, and detains her. Rem threatens to kill Light if he does not find a way to save Misa. Light arranges a scheme in which he and Misa temporarily lose their memories of the Death Note, and has Rem pass the Death Note to Kyosuke Higuchi of the Yotsuba group. With memories of the Death Note erased, Light joins the investigation, and together with L, deduces Higuchi's identity and arrests him. Light regains his memories and uses the Death Note to kill Higuchi, regaining possession of the book. After restoring Misa's memories, Light instructs her to begin killing as Kira, causing L to cast suspicion on Misa. Rem realizes Light's plan to have Misa sacrifice herself to kill L. After Rem kills L, she disintegrates, and Light obtains her Death Note. The task force agrees to have Light operate as the new L. The investigation stalls, but crime rates continue to drop. 4 years later, cults worshipping Kira have risen. L's potential successors are introduced, Mir and Mello. Mello joins the Mafia whilst Mir joins forces with the U.S. government. Mello kidnaps director Takemura, who is killed by Light. Mello kidnaps Light's sister and exchanges her for the Death Note, using it to kill almost all of Mir's team. A Shinigami named Sido goes to Earth to reclaim his notebook, and ends up meeting and helping Mello. Light uses the notebook to find Mello's hideout, but Soichiro is killed in the mission. Mello and Mir exchange information, and Mello kidnaps Mogi and gives him to Mir. Kira's supporters attack Mir's group, but they escape. Shuichi Aizawa, one of the task force members, becomes suspicious of Light, and meets with Mir. As suspicion falls again on Misa, Light passes Misa's Death Note to Teru Mikami, a fervent Kira supporter, and appoints newscaster Kiyomi Takada as Kira's public spokesperson. Mir has Mikami followed whilst Aizawa's suspicions are confirmed. Realizing that Takada is connected to Kira, Mello kidnaps her. Takada kills Mello but is then killed by Light. Mir arranges a meeting between Light and the current Kira task force members. Light tries to have Mikami kill Mir as well as all the task force members, but Mikami's Death Note fails to work, having been replaced with a decoy. Mir proves Light is Kira, discovering Mikami had not written down Light's name. Light is severely wounded in a scuffle and begs Ryuk to write the names of everyone present. Ryuk instead writes down Light's name in his Death Note, as he had promised to do the day they met, and Light dies. 1 year later, the world has returned to normal, and the task force members are conflicted over whether they made the right decision. Meanwhile, cults continue to worship Kira. Death Note is a Japanese manga series, written by Tsugumi Oba, and illustrated by Takeshi Obata. It was serialized in Shueisha's shonen manga magazine, Weekly Shonen Jump, from December 2003 to May 2006, with its chapters collected in 12 tankobon volumes. The story follows Light Yagami, a genius high school student who discovers a mysterious notebook, the Death Note, which belonged to the Shinigami Ryuk, and kills anyone whose name is written in its pages. The series centers on Light's use of the Death Note to carry out a worldwide massacre of individuals he deems immoral, to create a crime-free society, using the alias of a godlike vigilante named Kira, and the efforts of an elite Japanese police task force, led by the detective L, to apprehend him. A 37-episode anime television series adaptation, produced by Madhouse and directed by Tetsurō Araki, was broadcast on Nippon Television from October 2006 to June 2007. A light novel based on the series, written by Nisio Isin, was released in 2006. Various Death Note video games have been published by Konami for the Nintendo DS. The series was adapted into 3 live-action films released in Japan in June-November 2006 and February 2008, and a television drama in 2015. The miniseries Death Note New Generation and a 4th film were released in 2016. An American film adaptation was released exclusively on Netflix in August 2017, and a series is reportedly in the works. 2 one-shot manga sequels, C. Kira and Akira, were published in 2008 and 2020. They were later collected in a single volume, Death Note Short Stories, alongside other standalone stories, in 2021. An online social deduction game, Death Note Killer Within, was released by Bandai Namco Entertainment for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Windows via Steam in 2024. Death Note media, except for video games and soundtracks, is licensed and released in North America by Viz Media. The anime series was first made available in North America as downloadable from IGN before Viz Media licensed it. The series aired on YTV's Bionics programming block in Canada and on Adult Swim in the United States, with a DVD release following shortly after. The live-action films briefly showed in certain North American theaters in 2008 before receiving home video releases. By April 2015, the Death Note manga had over 30 million copies in circulation, making it one of the best-selling manga series.